Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
So today, since we are done with the CSV processes, what we have decided is we will see how to create custom fields. Usually in any ERP, you know if that is in SAP PLN or any other ERP, if you want to create anything, this is the complete instance that you have. Likewise, you will also have a separate interface for SAP. You have a separate interface for LN, and those are not web-based applications. That is a separate application where you have to double click on that and then the session opens and you will have to deal with that session. So in those sessions, if you want to create any additional field, it is the job of a technical consultant. You will not be able to touch the interface whatsoever. What I meant to say was, let us say there is a purchase order form. This is a purchase order form. So whatever you see here on this field are the standard fields which are provided by NetSuite. It's opening up. Give me 2 seconds. I don't know. The system is a little slow today. So the fields that you see, the subsidiary location employee, all these are standard fields which are available. Now here in this vacant space, if you want to create any additional field like maybe you want to put in description. Any note for that purchase order or any special note. A field like that, a text field or a list field, all these things if they want to create in any other ERP, they are completely technical part. And for that customer has to pay a little additionally. But the beauty of NetSuite is that you as a functional consultant also will be able to create those fields and pull them onto this field and, move them across the fields. I mean, you can put it in billing tab. You can put it in the shipping tab. You can put it in the relationship communication, wherever you want to. So how do you do that? There are 2 ways of doing it. One is open up the transaction form. Let that be purchase order, sales order, work order, or a vendor record, or a customer record, whatever it is. As in, when you open the form on the top hand side, you have 3 options. One is a list. If you click on the list, it will open the list of all the purchase orders. If you click on the search, I'll show you what I've already showed you what happens. You will create a saved search, where then you will pull all the information that you have from this purchase order. Not only from this purchase order, but you can define certain criteria. You can pull all the purchase orders for the last month, for the last 2 months, for the last 6 months. You can filter it by subsidiary. You can filter it by location, department, class, so on and so forth when you're actually clicking on the search and creating a saved search. Now there is a third option which is called as customize. So instead of clicking on the customize, all you have to do is take your mouse and just hover onto customize. Just click, just go there. Here it will give you the options for customizing the form. You can create a new body field. You can create a new column field. You can create a new item option. So I'll show you where exactly to go. And then you can, when you hover on to more, it says add to shortcuts. You can add this to the shortcuts from here as well. Or you can actually do this to add to shortcuts. Directly click on this. It'll take you to the same page once again. So now, what I'll do is this is one way of doing it. Customize, hover on to Customize and click on Customize Form or New Body for Body field. New column field in the sense, these things that you have in these columns. That is what is your column field, and this, whatever you actually build it here, would be your body field. So that is one way of doing it. Now the other way of doing it is you can go into customization lists, records and fields, and then you can say entity fields, item fields, transaction body fields. Now what is a transaction body field? Any field which is coming on a transaction is your transaction body field, which means what are your transactions? You will have purchase orders. You will have sales orders, work orders, transfer orders. All these are your transactions journal entries. All these are your transactions. So if you click on this new option from here, let me open up this. So if you click on this new option from here, you will see that you will have the option to create a field. This is how it looks like. Any questions so far? Thank you. So this is how your transaction body field looks like. Now, if you want to create a body field on purchase order, you click this. If you want to create it on sales order, you've also clicked this on opportunity, click this. So likewise, you can create this field wherever you want to on all these transactions. All these are the transactions that you see here. Purchase order, sales order, opportunity, journal entry, expense report, transfer order. As I said, item receipt, item fulfillment, customer payment, vendor payment, deposit. These are all your transactions. Likewise, if you go into your entity fields now, what are your entities? Let's leave this. What are your entities? Your vendors, customers, employee, donor, partner group. All these are your entities. So if you select any one of these, it will create this particular field on customer. If you click on this field will be listed on vendor as well. Likewise, if you click on employee, it will be listed on employee as well. So those are your entities. Just remember these guys. Entities are nothing but your relationships. Now, when you're talking about relationships, it is your physical, your legal entities that you're dealing with. Like customers, vendors, partners, employees. All these people are your relationships, and that is what is your entity means. That's an entity. Transaction is a transaction that you're doing it on your NetSuite. So likewise, you have item fields. What are item fields? If you click on this, it will take you to the non-inventory, all types of items that you want to create a field on. Non-inventory item, inventory item, you can select these and create a field. And when it comes to your line fields, when you select the transaction line fields again, oh, I think I clicked on it directly, but you have to click on the new option. When you click on new, or you can click on new here also. So it will take you to this same transaction page. However, these are the line fields wherein you know the lines that I'm talking about. These here you can. The field will be listed on here under category, account, department, class, and you will have another, let us say, a custom field that you have created, like space or maybe anything that you want to create. That particular nomenclature will be up here if you're doing it on the line level. That is what is your line record. And then you have your record types, new record types as well. you can create directly. You can create a new record type wherein you will be able to use this anywhere on the sub-tabs, on the sub-lists, icon numbering. So like this, you can create a record type and I'll go through all these things. We will go through this one when I'm creating the field for you. But I just wanted to show you how many options are there. Other record fields, item number fields, transaction items. So this is a list and this is your list again. What is a list? See any field which has a list in it. No, this is a list. You have user permission list. You have no permissions required. You have required custom record entity. So when you are creating a field, when you're creating a field over here, it could be a text field. It could be a formula. It can be your list. It can be anything. I will show that to you. So, first of all, what we will do is we will create a list for us. A list of anything. Let us say what do we create. Maybe a simple one which is item. So this is a list that I'm creating now. Under the list, you will have the values. Same like yesterday that I have shown you. So likewise, you can create a list. And I'm not marking it inactive as of now because we want this list showing up over there. So ID is created automatically. You don't have to do anything for that and then click on save. So this is one of the custom lists that I have created now. That's a custom list that I've created. Now, where exactly do we pull this list? So, as I showed you earlier, you either can go from here and then go to the transactions and click on new and select a purchase order. Or if you go from the purchase order directly, what happens is it will select the purchase order by default for you. This is the same page which opens even if you go from there or here. However, if you go from the transaction, then the purchase order is already selected for me. You see this. You understood this now. Perfect. So here, what we will do is let us name this as dimension or any field that we would like to have it with the description. And then these are the different types of fields that you would actually create. One is a free-form text. The other one is a hyperlink. You can create an hyperlink. You can pull an image. You can create it as an integer number. Now what we'll do is we will create a list record type. And what list are we pulling it? We already created a list for us which will be available here. So if I click on this and then I search for my list, this is my list. So I select this list. I can say show any list. I can say all these things can be done. And then what I do is, if I want this to be available on sale also, let's select this also because we want to see it on the sales order as well. Let us say that I want to see it on both sales order, item receipt and all these things. And then these are the things that you would apply to. And then go to display. Where you want to insert. This is actually available here. In front of which field do you want to display? You can actually choose it from here or after creating this particular field. I'll show you how to move it across on your forms. So I'm applying it to the purchase order sale and I've considered this as a list record and I pulled in the list. Under validation and defaulting, do you want to make this as mandatory or not? If you click on this, You will not be able to save that purchase order unless you select the value from that list. Let's make it mandatory. And then source and filtering. Where do you want to source this to? You can, let us say you want to pull one field from somewhere on this form. You can actually select that and then source from. You can also see where you want to source it from. You can pull one of the fields from the other option also, like this. So that is what is your source list all about and your source from all about. Let's not do that as of now and access. Now you can actually define the role to which this field should be accessible. That's one thing. And now if you see, I can apply to the forms. Hold on. Let us save this first. I have saved a dimension cloud field. So let me go back to the dimension cloud field. It is in the second page. You see, if you're not able to find something, it means that it moved to the second page. Dimension cloud. I can open this and then you scroll down. You have something called as apply to forms. Now what is this forms? When you go to customization, there's something called as forms as well. You have your transaction forms, entry forms. Entry forms are for your entry, for the entities like customers, vendors, not that is your entry forms. Transaction forms is again the same transactions that you see here. Sales order, purchase order, opportunity, journal item, receipt item, fulfillment, all these are your transaction forms. So you can actually open any one of those transaction forms and you can see that there would be a list of transaction forms which are already there in the system. And these transaction forms will come as part of the bundle installation. So wherever it shows you the bundle, you see this from bundle option. Wherever there is a bundle, it means all these forms have come as part of the bundle installation for you. And then you can make these forms as preferred forms. So likewise, you will have a form for purchase order as well. See this, it has come from a bundle for you. So what you can do is you can click on customize and you can create your own forms for your clients. Let us say you are working for a client called as GSM and GSM Enterprises. Then when you click on this customized purchase order form, you can customize and create a new form for that customer. And the field that you have created, the custom field that you have created, you can actually put it only on the customized form that you have created for the client. I'll show that to you. I don't know why is it taking so long. We got it. So here, what I can say is now this is my GSM client. GSIM product. Also, I'm creating a new form. This is my new form and I'm making this as a preferred form. Save this GSM products purchase order. As of now, I just moved all my standard fields onto the GSM products purchase order form as well. So that is a custom transaction form that I have created. Now let me go back to my transaction body field and then I click on this apply to forms. Now when I click onto this apply to purchase forms, you see this it is. It is being showed up on the vendor bill, on my shared vendor bill, vendor credit, all these things. Likewise, I will also have the GSM form. I think we'll have to come back to this again. One set. Where do I search it? Under transaction body fields. I can go to the transaction body fields and then I can search my dimension, which is in the second page actually. So click on this search, you will get this. So here it shows that it is a custom body field already. You see this. So this is how it is applied to the purchase order form over there. Now, if I click on this, there are three options. One is a normal field. The other one is an inline text. Inline text in the sense whenever you create a purchase order, this particular field that you have will be grayed out. No one will be able to do anything with that. And the other one is disabled. So the field itself will be completely disabled. So we need that to be a normal form, normal field. Now I save this. So where exactly will you see the field that I have created on a purchase order? Let us go to the transactions, purchases, enter purchase orders. Now my preferred form is selected as GSM products purchase order. You see this. So if you click on this, you will still have access to change the forms. You can change it to a purchase order. You can change it to purchase order, intercompany standard, dropship purchase orders. All these options will be available, but I can lock this so that nobody will be able to change this later on. Now are you able to see the field that we have created here? What was the name of the field? Dimension. Can you see it here? Or can I see here? I still don't see it. Shipping communication bill details. I'm not able to see it anywhere. Is it available on a purchase order standard form? Let us see. Even here, I'm not able to see that. The reason behind that is, let us go back to the field again. Transaction body fields and go to the next page. Search for that. So this is not listed down here. What I can do is when I go to this purchase order and form, and here what I'll do is next time I hover over to customize. And then what I'll do is I will customize the form. This time not a new body field. What I'm customizing the form. I go into form customization, so I will show you where exactly the field that we have created is available for us. So here there are a few options. One is tabs. What is a tab? So when you go to the purchase order, these are your tabs. You see these items: building shipping relationship communication, bill distribution details. All these are your tabs that hold on. We'll close this. All these are your tabs that you see here. You see this relationship communication. Now, if you do not want to show something over there which is a custom tab, this is disabled now. And that's the reason it is not showing up. So let us enable this. There is a custom tab which is not showing up over there. So I am enabling that and I'm saving this. And the custom field that we have created would actually go and sit in this custom tab. And that's the reason it was not available to us earlier. Now let us refresh this page. Now the custom tab is available. Click on this and you can see that I have the feed available here. You see this dimension cloud that I have created. So on a form you can hide anything. You can remove anything. You can actually do whatever you want to with that particular form. This test, VJ. Somebody has created this test, VJ, as a transaction body field. So if you go into customization lists and fields, transaction body fields, you will see that there is a test VJ transaction body field as well, which is created by someone. You see this? So you can go into this test, VJ, and see what is actually happening there. It is only a purchase order thing that you have created. So if you do not want this particular field to be visible, then all you can do is just click on this inactive and save it. So now you had a question about active inactive. So now you will see what is the difference. I have marked it inactive. Let's go back to the purchase order. And then when I refresh my purchase order, this time the test VJ field under the custom will not be visible for me because I marked it as inactive. You see this, that's gone. So there is a delivery field as well. Now there's a this. These are two good examples actually. One is the delivery field, is the test VJ that has been created. Let's go back to that and enable it. Oh, it's inactive. So it's not showing up, you see. So now click on show inactives. That is when you will see the test VJ. Just don't get confused that you're not able to see that. You know what happened to that field. No, it is just inactive and that is the reason you're not able to see it. When I click on this, the test VJ will be available. So let me click on this and we will make it active again. So these are three different fields that you have for your reference. I'm just showing you. One is a text field, which somebody has created. This is a normal field, the text field, which is there for a phone number somebody has created. So it's a text field. You can enter anything in this text field and save it. The other one is a checkbox. How do you create a checkbox? So you can go here. What is the name of that field? Delivery. So you can search for delivery. They owe delivery drops, not this. Where's the next page? I think. See delivery. So if you open this and then if you open test VJ and then you know our field. So you see this is a checkbox. The type is a checkbox and that is the reason it is visible like a checkbox over here on the purchase order. You can create a checkbox type. The next one is a transaction field. I mean, it's just a phone number type which is created. And I think it allows only the numbers. When you create it as phone number, it allows only the numbers. So if you try saving this, it will give you an error that characters cannot be saved under this. So that's so. These are three different types of fields that have been created. Now, how do you move this custom field? Can you just apply on the standard purchase order? It is already applied on the standard purchase order. Oh, this one is this is there, but here also the custom option. The custom option is hidden on this field also. And then enable custom, it will be visible. Simple. So you can enable this. It is all. It is already created on the standard one. It is already created on the other one. So all this can be done. Because the custom is hiding. I'm not able to see. Correct. Got. Let's close this. Where is our purchase order screen? So how do you move across these fields onto the main screen? So let us go into the customized form again. So simultaneously. While creating the fields, I'm also showing you how to customize the forms. So you can make this form as a preferred form. When you mark it as preferred form, then that by default that particular form will be available. So if you scroll down, I have already enabled the custom option here, that is the tabs. Now you have the field groups. What are the field groups? So you can open up your purchase order again. There are three fields: primary information, classification, intercompany management. So this is your field group's primary information. The other things are hidden. I think you have jumped. Could you please also let us know how we move those customized fields? You are about to say that. That's what I'm telling you now. That is what I'm showing you now. So these are the three different classifications that you see on those forms. So how do you move these across? And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.